Hey everyone, it's Morgan Yates. If you're new to my channel, I am 24 years old and have been living in Los Angeles for going on 2 years now. When most people think of LA, they probably think of high rent and generally a materialistic, consumption-based lifestyle. So today we're going to take a look at just how expensive a week of my life here is. Thank you so much to Express for sponsoring today's video. Welcome to me ripping apart my finances as I drink a Starbucks that I didn't need, but that I got for free. I had a gift card. You guys will see me give finance advice on this channel, but today we're going to be seeing how well I take it. I'm wanting to film a video like this for a while, and I recently saw my friend Lexi Lombard do this. Check out her video if you haven't seen it, if you want to see what a 23-year-old spends in New York. But just some quick background, as someone who travels a lot, my spending is very inconsistent. If I'm on a trip, sometimes that means I'm spending more than I would be in LA. Usually, that would make sense. But then there are also times when I'm abroad or on a trip or whatever, where I'm working with a brand, so I got that travel for free, and therefore I'm actually like saving money and spending less or no money on those trips. And then when I'm home in LA, there are weeks where I'm being really social and going out and about spending a lot of money. But then there are other weeks here where I am like super in a good routine of cooking at home. But all of that is to say there's really no week that is exactly like another. I just picked a Friday to film this video. It's actually starting off on a trip in Savannah, Georgia. But don't worry, we get to LA pretty quickly. But that really is just representative of my life, I think. Before I started, I wrote down what I perceived my biggest expenses to be. Number one being rent. So before anything else I've spent this week gets added up, we are starting with a baseline value of $359.26. It's what my rent comes down to per week. We have a 4-bedroom, 3-story townhouse in a good part of LA. I'm shocked this place doesn't cost a lot more for what it is. Other big expenses I predicted at the beginning of this were food or Postmates. On a similar note, coffee, I buy way too much of it out. That's the biggest thing I want to reel in. It's such a dumb, like irresponsible thing to be spending your money on. That adds up so much. And then the other category that I know I spend a lot on is workout classes, especially when I was doing that 30 days of boxing challenge video, which I'll have linked. I'm so happy with how the video turned out. But just off the top of my head, those are the biggest things I spend my money on. So yeah, we will see how I did. We're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into day one, which is Friday, kicking this off in Savannah, Georgia, where I was for one of my college roommates' bachelorette weekend. I actually started off the day in Birmingham. I was visiting my best friend Caroline, and we drove all the way over to Savannah. It was like 6 hours. So for what I spent that day, in the morning, Caroline and I whipped it through a Starbucks drive-thru and picked up our breakfast and drinks. So I spent $10.23 that morning. Several hours later, we whipped it through a Chick-fil-A to get some lunch, where I spent $7.87 on a chicken nugget meal. And then that night we got to the house and people were arriving throughout the night. We literally just stayed at the Airbnb. So my total spending for that day was $18.10. Also, I'm not including flights or the Airbnb payment in this because those payments happened literally like 6 months ago, maybe longer. Day two, Saturday. This was our big day in Savannah. So my first expense for the day, we made breakfast at the house and then we walked to a coffee shop where I paid for both my drink and the bride's drink. It totaled to $8.35. Prior to the weekend, we all signed up for different things to pay for of hers, or people like brought a bunch of things. We cooked dinner at the house the night before. The expenses were kind of divided. I was the one flying in, so I couldn't really like bring stuff. So I just offered to like pick up some stuff throughout the weekend. The next time I spent money on Saturday was for an Uber. Later on, we were Ubering from like a park to like down by the river or something. It only cost $1.73 somehow. I had a $5 referral credit. So if you somehow have never used Uber, here's my Uber code and you'll save some money. Later on for lunch, I spent $22.32, which is a bit expensive for a lunch depending on what you're getting. But this was a place like right at like the Riverwalk in Savannah, which is like the most probably like expensive place you could go, I'm assuming. Fast forward much later, the next time I spent money was at dinner. We went to a place called The Public that some of you guys recommended. My total came out to $42.89. I got steak and a glass of Prosecco, and we all split the bride's meal and drinks, so I think we had like a few dollars added to each of our meals for her, plus tax and tip. That would be a lot more expensive here in LA. Then we had our big night on the town where I spent $32.50 on drinks for myself, and I think I got hers. I think that's reasonable. We went to like a nice rooftop bar as well, and I got like a Moscow Mule there, so I know that was probably like 16 of those dollars. And then next I had another $1.73 Uber, and I also spent $5 cash. We did one of those like pedal tavern bar things where it like takes you around. I did pay $5 cash to tip the guy like leading it. So my total spending for that day, it's a lot, was $114.52. I don't know, it is what it is. My foot's falling asleep, but I need it to be tall. Next was Sunday. On this day, we woke up pretty early and Caroline and I drove back to Birmingham again, where I was flying in and out of. So that morning, we went through a Starbucks again, where we got breakfast and drinks, and I paid for mine and Caroline's this time because she had paid for our gas. So that totaled to be $17.98. For lunch down the road, we whipped it through a McDonald's where I ate for $4.28. obesity is cheap in America. And then later that night, Caroline cooked us dinner with groceries she already had, and we just watched the show Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, which I highly recommend if you have not seen it. I'm obsessed. So yeah, my total spending for that day was $22.26. Then came Monday. What an eventful day in my life. At 6 a.m. I was flying back from Birmingham to LA, so we're getting into more of like my regular spending at this point. It was such a chaotic day. I was at the airport at like 5 a.m. that time. It was like 3 a.m. LA time. Adrian's calling me because there are like fires going on and we thought we were having to evacuate. So I'm having her pack up my things that I can like try to think of on the spot as I'm like boarding my plane. It was very chaotic. Then like my first flight was so delayed I missed my second flight. It was just a stressful day. Before my first flight I spent $6.42 on some Chick-fil-A breakfast. A lot of fast food was consumed that weekend. And then upon finally getting back to LA, I paid $20.11 on my Uber back to my home. I would say that's pretty normal. And I got back to my home. We did not have to evacuate. My stuff is still packed up over there. But I also came home to a package from Express. As I said, they are partnering with me on today's video. I figure if you're watching this and you're probably managing your own money, you probably have a job, and you'd probably be interested in their Wear to Work collection, which I got some items from. Thank you to them, excited to be partnering with them. So what we got, first off, just this sweater. I will show you in the mirror in a moment. This is what we're working with. First of all, as we get into the colder weather, it is pretty chilly out in LA right now. I just got this fitted little ribbed crew neck. It feels very durable. It's not too thin, but you're not gonna be like overheating in this. It's a long sleeve top on me, and this is great because it's not too long. You can tuck into jeans quite nicely. So next, another top. I didn't realize this was gonna be sheer when I ordered it, but I'm like here for it. You can kind of see my hand through. That shows you the fabric. Super airy, lightweight, short sleeves, and it's just a button down top with the buttons concealed. It has a little collar going on, and it's kind of a cropped length, but not like too cropped. So this will be good to maybe do like a little French tuck number. Next, I just picked up this turtleneck, little black cotton bodysuit. It's a thong bodysuit, which is great for underwear lines in jeans. As you can see, it's a little bit of a steep turtleneck, but it's definitely meant to be rolled down, or at least it is on me. So it's nice and lightweight as well. You're not gonna overheat in this. The cool accessory I picked out is this little like double chain belt. So the part where you fasten it looks like a standard belt, but then this chain goes all the way around. So you could either have this be at the front of your pants, or the way that they show it on the model is that this is the back and the chains go around the front. But yeah, up to you. Options there. A second accessory that I love that I think would be cute with just like a tight black top is this like multi-layer chain necklace. It has these different colored rhinestones and they kind of switch throughout. It's like a little multicolor ombre type vibe. I love the like chunky chain look. This will really dress up an outfit. Perhaps even this over a white top with these pants. I wear my pair of leather leggings from Express all the time. So I wanted a fun pair of pants that were actually pants. This is just a pair of like nice kind of mid-rise like dress pants, honestly. It was just this little like faux leather stripe down the side. I got them in a petite length, which is awesome. I always got to shout out Express for offering most things in petite. Next, I did pick this up in a large because I knew it was going to be outerwear, and I thought I'd want this to be a little oversized and cozy. It's just this big Sherpa sweatshirt that has one big pocket going on in the front, and then the inside isn't fleecy, which I like. It means I'm not going to get as hot on the inside. So yeah, nice and thick. And then lastly, this item isn't really my style, but I had a cool outfit idea for it, which was wearing it with that black bodysuit and then these cool new like heel sock booty things I got. But it's this really pretty snakeskin skirt, and I just thought that could be a little bit of a sleek look. Ignore my like fire bag packed right here, but this is the softest sweater material. It's a little bit like fleecy. It's got like a nice, really soft like knitted texture to it. It's not like a tight sleeve. It kind of like tapers in, as you can see. This is the length of it if it's out. So super cozy sweater option. On the working note, Express has really good dress pants in general, as well as blazers, but I have them in pretty much every color. I didn't pick up any more now, but I will link in the description box my favorites, as well as everything that I just talked about. So after going through all of that, I was starving and I decided to Postmate dinner. Spoiler, it is the only Postmating I did this entire week. I Postmated Veggie Grill as like a lunch slash dinner. I fell asleep so early that night, but I spent $16.42 on a chicken sandwich and fries, and plus like the tax and fees and everything. I don't know. I think the delivery on that was free. I have a Postmates code as well if you would like to get some Postmate credit, and then I'll get some Postmate credit. And then that night was spent cleaning things up and packing up like actual valuables rather than like what I could just think of to tell Adrian. So my spending total for Monday was $42.95. Then on Tuesday, October 29th, I really needed to get my car's oil changed, so I went and tried to do that. Basically it was gonna take too long, so I made an appointment for the next day, so that charge will be added there. But I needed to go get some groceries since I'd been out of town. I didn't really have anything, and there I spent $32.18. My parking was free since I validated it, and I also remembered my grocery bags that day, which if you're unaware, I believe in all of California you pay for like bags at Target or Trader Joe's or wherever. It's kind of like an environmental thing to like discourage people from not bringing their own. So conveniently, when I was digging through trying to find like my passport and important documents and like extra IDs and stuff, I found a Starbucks gift card that was like a mystery of how much is on it. So I ran in the Target to get some Starbucks for my errand running, which I didn't need, but is also helpful because I'm quite sleepy. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I was just paranoid about like having to be like needing to hear my like phone alert go off if we had to evacuate at any point. Anyways, got free Starbucks, and I just cooked my dinner that night. I made a little like baked potato soup veggie thing. It was really, really good. I just made it from scratch. It was vegan, it was bomb. So my only spending that day was on the groceries, which will last me like at least like over a week of like all of my meals. So this week is actually a very high spending week between some irregular expenses and that travel you'll see. But yeah, total for Tuesday it was just $32.18. Wednesday, now we're talking. I went to get my oil changed. It's unfortunate that this fell into this week because this is something that only happens like once a year. I have a little coupon to save money that they gave me because I've been to this service place recently. However, I'm now seeing that it expired on September 30th. So we'll see if they give this to me. It would be, I don't know if I have full synthetic or non-synthetic. I assume they would know, but I'm gonna text my dad now so I can save $15 on the full synthetic. I paid for my BMW's full synthetic oil change $105. I don't know if that's normal. My dad said he estimated it'd be like $120 for my car. I don't know. I didn't feel like shopping around to find the best price. I just took it to one place and did it. So yeah, that's $105 that doesn't normally get spent. While my car was getting its oil changed, I walked over to Alfred, which is nearby. I don't know what was up with this week, but I was just finding, oh, well, it was when I was digging through this desk drawer back here to like find important paperwork. I found just like so many gift cards. I thought I'd used up all my Alfred gift cards, but I took them with me to see, and somehow it covered the price of my drink and had like a penny left on it. Yeah, I just got a little matcha that was free. This is very abnormal. But yeah, once my car was ready, I came home and I just worked from my living room couch for the rest of the day. My favorite place to work is just from home. If I want to like change up the scenery rather than go to a coffee shop, I actually have been loving going to the YouTube space in LA. They do like creative co-working days there. Basically, it's just a change of scenery and it's free coffee, which honestly is what keeps me going there. And then Wednesday night, I decided to go to a boxing class at Rumble. Again, consult that video if you haven't seen it. Technically, that was free because I bought this package like months ago that I'm still using. So yeah, I paid for this class probably 3 months ago, so I'm not including this amount in the total, but if you do the breakdown of the costs and averaging everything out, it comes down to like $28 a class, which is fine. Morgan's not there every day anymore like I was in that video. I would like to be. Rumble, hit me up if you want to work out anything. I'm gonna start doing more at-home workouts. I think I'm actually do a video trying at-home workouts for a week. And that brings me to today, our final day. I guess earlier I said this was a Friday to Friday. It's a Friday to Thursday, 1 week total. Today is Halloween. For a lot of people, that means they're going out spending a lot of money. I am thrilled that I've gone through this Halloween season without dressing up, and will not be tonight and will not be this weekend. So under normal circumstances, I would have cooked all of my meals today, but I have a friend from Australia in town. So I picked her up and we went and got breakfast, and I treated her to breakfast. So I spent $35.24 on both of us, which got us both like a really good meal, big portion meal. Neither of us finished it, as well as I got a cold brew and she got like a fountain drink or whatever. So that was so fun. And then for my Halloween plans tonight, it's only 3 o'clock right now. However, I know I'm not spending any more money tonight. I'm just going to Kenzie's. She'll probably cook dinner. I don't really know. And we are just going to watch a Halloween movie tonight, and that is my wild Halloween evening. So total spending for today is $35.24. So to bring us to our grand total, comment your guesses below. I'm gonna do it with rent first, and then I'll give you the total without rent, since that's really like what I actively spent. Total with rent, we are at $729.51. Without rent, I spent $370.25 this week. Our biggest expense this week was definitely that oil change at $105. So yeah, without that, we'd be at like $265, and that also is including like that big day in Savannah, which is a big like travel spending day. This was definitely a funny week. I didn't want to try to like strategize what week I was going to do this on. I'm happy to do another version of this to incorporate different circumstances, whether it's a week where I'm like having the chillest at-home week ever. Happy to do another one of these where it's like the whole week is out of town. But yeah, this random week I chose is both atypical and also like weirdly representative of just like the chaos and unpredictability of my life. So don't get me wrong, this is a high spending week. Whatever, it happened. I would love to hear what you guys estimate that you spend in a week in the comments, or maybe even like write yourself a guess and then like track your spending for a week just to see it, or check your credit card statement for the last 7 days or something, and let me know where you live as well so we can base things off that, or even share what you pay for rent in a week. I think all this is interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go cook all my meals for the next million years. I don't plan to spend $370 again this week. Hope all of you enjoyed and are having a wonderful week and saving your money, and I will see you in my next video.